Yo, what's good YouTube, man? Welcome back to another Rainbow Six Siege Tips Guys tutorial. In today's Tips Guys tutorial, we're going to be going over game sense. Now, before we get the video started, if you're new to the channel and you want to get better in the game, then why not subscribe? Because this is the channel for you. On this channel, I go over multiple guides, tutorials, how to play certain operators, and all types of good stuff like that. So, why not subscribe and turn on post notifications? But without further ado, let's get into it. So, in this video, we're going to be talking about game sense, and it's one of the most important things that you can get better at in this game. So, if you don't know what game sense is the sense that you have for a game, or the sense that you have for the game that you play. So, basically, how you see the game, what you think, what will happen, or also how you feel. So, sometimes, if good game sense, sometimes you can almost predict someone's every step if you had good game sense. So for example, if I know, hold on, if I know that they open this hatch right here, right, and I'm playing here and they're not opening this hatch right here, right, I know that they either have to drop this hatch or they will have to come to this window. Now most likely they're gonna drone out here and then drop the hatch. So it's really thinking about what the enemy team could really do and what they can do based off what they have already done. So and now what you would do is you prepare for that. You would probably get a C4 under here, or you would get somebody to play over here and watch the balcony from over there. And that's basically having that game sense, understanding that they're pushing this side. Let's set up to where I can basically stop them from attacking. So positioning also plays a big role in game sense. Positioning is very important in game sense because, as I just said, as people, you know what I'm saying, push the map, you get in your location, which is your positioning, to basically apply that pressure on whatever they're trying to push and stop that push from happening. So that would be positioning, and that also plays a big role, like I just said. So now I'm moving on to the next thing. Knowing what people have to do based off your actions, and knowing what you have to do based off their actions. So if you don't understand that, it's a little bit of the same thing I just talked about, but it's pretty much self-explanatory. You have to knowing what people do based off your actions, and knowing what you have to do off your actions. So if you're playing, let's say cigar, right? If you're playing cigar, piano, whatever you want to call it, if you're playing right here, you know, in order for somebody to kill you, let's say you have a shield set up right here, you know, hold on, let me take out this thing right here. I don't know why I have a pistol, but I do. I'm gonna switch it later, but hold on, give me 1 second. I gotta charge my controller. Alright. So basically, you know that if you play here with the shield and you have an SMG-11 or whatever shield operator you use, you know that the only way for them to kill you is that they either have to come from this window and catch you backing up and shoot you in the back, or they have to somehow get flashes in here and push these windows. And you know that in order for you to get those kills, you have to have your aim be on point and be ready for that to happen. So that would be a lot of game sense. Or they will have to push here because most likely they're open both hatches and there'll probably be somebody at one of these windows. And you have to know what to do based off your action and based off their action. You already know they're gonna come to the window. So what are you gonna do? Are you gonna hold the angle? Are you gonna watch one of the windows? Are you gonna move positioning and try to trick them? It's just a lot of stuff that goes into game sense and your position. So now we're gonna move on to the next thing I gotta say is having good game sense allows you to be basically invisible because you understand how to not be exposed when playing defense or offense. Now, that is one of the most important things that I will say in this video, is that you understand how to not be exposed when playing defense or offense. Like I said in this position right here, if you want to play right here, you have to know when you can't back up, because if you go against good players and they drone you out, most of them will probably go to this window, break it, and try to catch you when you go like this. But good players with good game sense know that they cannot back up all the way back here when playing this shield because they can get shot from right here. Or they know that if they move too much, they peek up too much, that you can get shot. So you could basically be invincible because you understand what are your limits, where you can get shot at. Same thing from right here. Most people, you might put a rotate. Let's say you might put a rotate right here, or you might castle this up. You know that, let's say you want to hold this or hold skylight from right here. Most people, sometimes I even hold skylight like this, or I even just hold the door from right here. I know where sometimes it might not be opened up. Sometimes I don't open up, sometimes I reinforce it. But I know that if somebody comes to this window and I'm holding an angle like this, I know that they can see me. And I know not to play like this all the time, especially beginning of the round, because most people will just come to this window, break it, and try to get a cheeky kill. But good players won't let that happen, because they'll be in the position, let's say this is actually reinforced, to where you can't shoot them in the back, or you can't get shot from the skylight. So that's really what having that good positioning makes you invincible, because the attackers will have to do something to force you out of this position, because they can't shoot you by you just being free-nilly, because you're covered by the wall and things like that. So we're gonna speed this up a little bit. So this is also where most people make mistakes, because when they peek something and they get shot from somewhere else, they go, oh my gosh, and then they just keep it moving. But what you need to say to yourself is, what did I do wrong? And this will help you not make that mistake again and increase your game sense. It will help you get better, because once you start questioning how you die and you start taking accountability that I played too aggressive, or I peeked this wrong, I should have known that somebody was here, you will get better and you would learn not to make those mistakes again. It's very simple. So good game sense is also knowing what people do when the match speeds up. So you know when it starts getting 30 seconds left, you know people are gonna have to start pushing. They might drop skylight, drop a smoke, drop a flashbang, or they might start pushing here. It's a lot of aspects that go into really good game sense. So that's what I'm wrapping up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If y'all want to see more tips, guide, tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. I will be making another video on breakdown video coming up, so stay tuned for that. And I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, and it's Jobby, and I'm out.
For the ghetto, love for the hood, love for the people that turn them bad into good.